Startup Podcast page is co-produced by One CFO, Credit Hero, Y Spaces, Simp, Tuala, Gig Genius, Schooltech Bedfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo sa Zoom. Hello sa mga naka-tune in dyan. At of course, meron tayong kasamang startup sa episode na to. We have Info Dynamics Technologies and we have the founder and CEO, Sir Engineer Rizaldi Harder. Hello sir, kamusta?
So, good afternoon, Sir Johnny, and good afternoon to all viewers for this podcast. We thank you for the opportunity you have given us to share with you what our technology as well as kung ano yung ginagawa namin. Thank you.
Mhm. Actually sir, medyo naudlot lang itong podcast natin kasi when I went to Iloilo last year, I actually
last
visited
year.
yung mga startups, mga incubators. Actually total nakaano ako parang 30 plus na startups. Nagkataon lang hindi kayo parang busy ata kayo nun sir, may meetings ata kayo nun with the government or with the LGUs kaya
Yes.
hindi tayo nakapag-podcast. By the way, that was in coordination dapat with UP Visayas SEEDS TBI.
Since
Kasi
TBI.
you're also part of that. Pero fortunately sir, ayun, ngayon, let's just do this podcast online kasi we are still connected naman. I'm nasa Manila ako now, kayo nasa Iloilo. Pero we
Yes,
can
sir.
still do this with technology. Sige sir, hindi ko na pahabain pa, no? I'll let you do the introduction. Ano nga ba Sir Rizaldi ang Info Dynamics Technologies?
Infodynamic Technologies is a startup that focuses on providing solutions to particularly to public sector agencies. And this includes local government units, state universities, GOCCs, NGAs, even barangays. So parang dyan kami nag-focus in providing solutions. One of the motivations that we have is that because previously I worked with the government sa Department of Budget and Management, and my assignment then was with local government units. So makikita ko yung dynamics, and, and at the time hindi pa naman nauso yung mga systems, so on. But later I was exposed, nakita pinadala ko ng aming assistant regional director sa training, and doon ko nakita yung first time na an automated solution is provided. So parang it stayed with me for some time. Later on, I took a brief programming course, and then find people who can work with me. And then we develop a system for local governments. So ang first, kasi nakita ko na sa government ng manual, matagal ang proseso, no? Madugo, sabi nila. Kasi in budgeting, that's what we used to do in budgeting then for about 7 days straight. So yun ang that's one challenge for me then. We developed a system and it was able to do that in about 15 minutes. Tapos na yung budgeting nila. So parang that's how it started in the government. But our main focus is of course in the government because yun ang nakita naming talagang need. But later on, in the later years, we progressed to developing systems also for the public sector, private sector, particularly businesses.
So for public and private sector agencies. Pero actually,
Yes.
ayun Sir Rizaldi, galing pa lang kayong government, so you had the experience, nakita nyo yung actual na nangyayari, and maybe you realized na there could be a better way, there could be a solution to solve this inefficiencies, no, or yung mga manuality. Kaya that's why you also did the startup. Tama ba yun, sir?
Tama, and yung aking mga naisip is, for example, we were sent to trainings. We were taught how to do things. Ito yung mga procedure, ito yung mga gagawin nyo. But normally, when the trainee returns to the office, he returns to the usual way of doing things. Kasi walang tool. Parang ganito. You train them, but pag-uwi nila, it's still the same environment. So, manual pa rin and so on. So that's where I saw the need na training should not just be the goal of capacity building, but the more important thing is there must be a tool wherein the government entity or a trainee employee can immediately use, applying what was trained to them.
Still filling out loan applications for your business? Yeah, thought so.
Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
That's actually a very good insight, sir. No? Kasi, I mean, when we talk about the government, which is actually the largest entity in any country, usually, malaking bagay dyan ang capacity. You need mong i-mobilize yung malaking capacity na yun. And I
Yes.
think with what you said nga, sir, hindi lang enough na training and possibly need din ng culture to change. But ang pinaka-important din is mayroong infrastructure or yung tools nga na magagamit nila. Kasi kung wala lang din. wala
So,
lang din
balik mo, it's still the same kind of work. And I
Mm.
also saw the need at the time, but tinitingnan ko, while training, for example, gives us the idea what solution to act upon certain tasks that they are providing to us. I saw another need that there must be a point of integration. When I say integration, meaning this solution, this solution, they should be integrated in order to come up with a better understanding of the challenges in the task. Not just na one task, one solution, tapos na, no. So nakita ko rin ang integration, and you can only do that when you have a working system. I also saw the need. Other observations, if you may, nakita ko rin na generally, siguro at that time, running about 95% to almost 98% are manual. So there is a challenge to automate this. So it's a shift from manual to automate. And then later on, as the technology evolved, kasi noon ang trabaho, you are confined to your office, doon ka nagtrabaho, you work at your desk, and then when the system, you can work anywhere. That's malaking change yun kasi kahit doon ka lang in a certain place, you can still work and access. The other one is in the analytic side of it. Normally, yung ginagawa ng isang government employee, it's more of clerical. Parang manual. They do the same task for repeated and so on, clerical. So yung aming motivation to when we develop solutions is that we change this clerical view into analytical because that's what gives it meaning. Bali, an employee should not just do manual but should be able to critically understand and then, of course, come up with a solution. And of course, the most obvious is that yung work is always paper loaded. No, you have to make reports, you have to file them. Marami, you have to find record manually. And of course, the challenge of technology is all of this we will do as paperless or less paper, so to speak. So those are some of the observations I made which helped me focus na dito tayo, this is our niche in providing these solutions to the public sector.
Grabe ang complete tsaka a very sir no, ang dami nga parang automation or digitalization, hindi lang siya kumbaga automating or making things efficient. As you said, firstly, mako-connect niya yung different tasks, mako-connect yung different people. Andun din yung ang powerful sir nung from clerical to analytical kasi when you automate those manual things, may enable na rin yung mga taong gumagamit nito to have more insights in the work that they do. And also again, this will enable remote work or parang at least hindi required lagi na pumasok sa opisina. Siguro sir, i-deep dive lang natin ng onti yung problem
Sige,
that you're really solving Ito bang problem na ito or parang itong yung what you're solving here, parang nag-e-exist ito sa lahat ng or sa karamihan ng mga mga agencies na stuck kumbaga sa paper or sa mga lumang mga traditional systems na manual, ganyan. So, um, firstly, gaano sir kalaki kaya yung problem na ito sa let's say Pilipinas? Tsaka, how kumbaga ano yung magiging impact kumbaga when this problem is solved also?
Malaki kasi kung pag-isipan mo talaga, you're talking about efficiency, the issue of efficiency. 'Pag puro manual, efficiency is sacrificed. When I say sacrifice, it means misuse of resources, misuse of opportunity, misuse of time. So efficiency is lost when everything is just being done manually. The higher side of it is accountability. No, accountability cannot so much be identified, or what I mean is identified and monitored when it is on a manual, but when it is automated,
Ah,
makikita talaga na, doon tayo. For example,
true.
if it is in procurement, andito na siya, na-bid na siya. We're waiting now for the post-wise. So makita mo ang line of whose persons are accountable. And of course, the other challenge that I think that will also we are so used to manual that we fail to perceive the potential when we have a solution. The point that I'm saying is there must be a tool of management commensurate to the task at hand. Parang ganon. So that's a very challenging era that we pursued.
Mm. Yeah, very true sir yung ano 'no, accountability kasi I think na-o-open din siya dahil when these tasks are automated magkaka-oversight din yung ano, yung
Exactly. So,
management dun sa how nangyayari nga ba talaga yung process. Now ang gusto ko lang tanungin sir, 'di ba kasi you worked sa DBM, lahat ba ng agencies ng Pilipinas ay possibly makagamit nito even yung mga LGUs nga, mayor level, city level, or provincial level, or even barangay level? Ano sir yung, sino-sino exactly yung possible kaya na makagamit? And sino possibly may ganitong problems kumbaga?
actually, one one thing about the government is that the government has standardized operations. Let's take the case of procurement. From the barangay to the town to the city to the provinces to the national government agencies, GOCCs, we all work under RA 9184, now 12009, which means all government entities must follow the law on
Yes,
procurement.
yes.
And the steps are set forth already and we have to follow. Therefore, the system that this agency is applicable to another agency because
Ah,
we are under the same guideline. Actually, yun ang if I may stray a little bit, we got a grant from the DOST
ah,
kasi gumawa kami, nag-pilot test kami, nag-develop, nag-conceptualize ng government electronic procurement system for public
hmm,
sector agencies. So, we designed a system based on the procurement of LGU, SUC, National Government Agency, even barangays. And then we pilot test doon sa kanila. And we discovered that every type of agency, may kanya-kanya silang mga practices na medyo unique, pero
ah,
it still follows the ating guideline. So parang ganon. So we make sure that our system are very customizable. It's
hmm,
easily modified. So for example, ito, national government agency, hospital, we discovered that they have a different way of doing things. But our system is quite flexible. It can be immediately modified to them. For example, uh, yung notice of award, notice to proceed, dapat isang transaction, isang notice of award, notice to proceed, isang purchase order. But sa hospital, which they have so many transactions, minsan in one notice of award, in one notice to proceed, nililista doon 20 vendors na awarded, parang gano'n. So we have to make adjustment, those are also ma-follow natin sa kanila.
mm. Pero tama nga sir ano, kung kumbaga ang gandang i-focus yung procurement and since you have kumbaga if you know the know-how, kasi mahirap din aralin yung parang yung buong procedure, yung buong SOP kumbaga yung standard process ng procurement. But if you're an expert at that and you are the startup that's automating that, making it into a digital platform, ang dami ang sobrang laki sa Pilipinas yung puwedeng makagamit at makinabang and practically, it's a business actually 'no, for if kayo yung
May
magsu-supplier.
opportunity siya doon, yeah.
So that's actually very ano, actually a very wow, very smart and very startup B2G, promising approach. Um, Now sir, sige just to ano,
Sige.
para mas makita pa ng mga listeners yung what you do actually. Maybe you can share sir yung inyong services, yung inyong platform or yung inyong portfolio.
Mm.
I believe when I saw yung inyong PowerPoint, the one that you sent kahapon actually,
Yeah.
ang dami niya sir, parang siyang ano, smart app, pero marami pa siyang iba't ibang features or parang iba't ibang modules. So can we know more, can we know yung mismong product sir? Kasi and I also believe you also have what you call the smart app. It's actually a web app ano. So sige sir, can we know more
Oo.
about the actual product?
Let me give first an overview of this technology. Kasi when we concentrated on one aspect of operation sa LGU, we start up with local budget management, and then we have a complete system for that. Later on the legislative side, we also develop. But later on, makikita mo that that is not yet the complete system. So the motivation of our team is that we develop system for for every aspect of operation in the LGU, for every office, for every aspect of operation. So this is what we are going to share with you because our work is also continued work on progress. But the thing I will show are already completed systems ready for so
Sige sir.
let me share to you.
Sige.
Okay, share
Yeah, and sa
screen.
podcast ano, sa mga nakikinig, may video ito, may naka-flash tayo na PowerPoint. Sige sir, can you flash the ano? Ayan. So sa mga nanonood naman sa YouTube or even sa Spotify may video, you can actually see, ayan, meron tayong naka-flash na PowerPoint or slide. Sige sir Rizaldi, can you yeah.
So the focus of our platform and system is e-governance, electronic governance. After the pandemic, parang that's the new normal.
Actually
Everything
sir,
should be automated. Parang ano, no? So we introduced our company as Infodynamics Technologies. Our tagline is solutions that empower because we provide solutions that empowers the client. We call our portfolio of software as Smart App or strategic management and administration of resources and transactions. Okay? So ito yung portfolio ng startup. So we call this as smart solutions for smart LGUs. So kasi nung una our system is standalone. So later on it becomes online and we make sure it is smart. We make sure it can provide rapid solutions and most especially it is paperless. So ito yung kanyang ano. So we have several, no, about 11 software portfolio at hand at the moment to empower the Philippine LGUs. The first of this is the online executive e-governance portal for LGUs, mayors, and governors. As local chief executives, they have the mandate and the responsibility to oversee in the executive all aspects of their operation, from the economic sector, infra, social services, and so on. So this first module, actually, you will be able, the governor or the mayor will to see in total all the function, the accomplishment of all offices. The second that is of the Sanggunian is the online e-legislative portal for Sanggunian offices of LGUs. It can be Sangguniang Bayan, Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Sangguniang Panlungsod. And
SK, Sangguniang
we
Kabataan.
yeah, that's also another one. Although we have separate module for the sanggunian.
Okay.
So that's 1 and 2. Let's continue. The
Mm.
next is the online e-procurement portal for BACs or bids and awards committees of LGUs, NGAs, GOCCs, SUCs, HEIs, barangays, and so on. So we have actually module appropriate for each particular public sector agency. Now, what is unique in this e-procurement portal is that it completely automates the whole process. No, the whole process. Yesterday, I was talking with the DOST central office because they are the ones that provided us the grant, and we told them that the system is has been modified to be an online, very fast, and it can generate whatever report. So from preparation of the PR, preparation of the ITB, preparation of the bidding, and so on, up to the PO, and then the notice of award, notice to proceed. Even the post can be generated by the system. It's like a one-stop procurement portal for our agencies. And what is good in this system is that it has an option to be adopted by all offices and departments in one office, which means kasi the manual way is each office prepares their PR, process it, and submits it to the BAC, the Bids and Awards Committee. And that's where that whole transaction will start. But this one, they prepare their PR in the portal. So, lahat doon sa portal gumagawa, they can generate their purchase request there and so on. And what happens is that pag na-approve the system allows the processing from start to finish. And then, of course, another one that we have completed is the online EDRRMO. DRRMO means Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office Rapid Reporting Portal for Disaster Management. And that covers the PDRRMO for provinces, the CDRRMO for cities, and the MDRRMO for municipalities, and the BDRRMO also for barangays. So this one is a very very complete system, rapid reporting for whatever disaster management. I hope to discuss this later. And then number 5, uh, we have an online P2P or province to people portal and public information hub. And kung city, we have an online city to citizens or C2C portal and public information hub. Ano ito? Everything you need to know about the province or the city can be accessed through this information hub. No need to go to the Google and say, ano nga ba ang telephone number ng municipality of ganyan na police office or fire station or whatever. This one, isang portal lang. You can see everything from finding work to this is a very good. This one is for the a good project for the governor or the city mayor because they can reach their citizen interactively, everybody. So maraming these are just already running. And then we also have uh, online EAIP or the annual investment plan. Lahat na opisina in the Philippines, from the province, from the city to municipality, they prepare their annual investment plan, AIP. Kung wala sa AIP, you cannot procure it and you cannot take it as a project. So this one is the management, operations, and the monitoring portal. And then next, we also have the online LGU vehicles and transport fleet management and monitoring portal. Every LGU, at times, yung iba, almost 100 vehicles. So, you have to monitor them, gagawa ng trip ticket, monitoron mo how much is the left sa kanilang in their vehicle, what's the condition, is it under maintenance, whatever. So that this transport fleet management system of government entities talagang will guide the LGU to be able to oversee all order parang dito isang feature nito is ang driver pwede siyang gumawa ng trip ticket niya online and then pupunta yun doon sa executive assistant kung kaya na. And then with pag na-approve, they can go. Then they report yung
Yeah.
start odo, pag back
Ah.
odo, how much yung niya, yung
Yes,
fuel
I
o
know that.
lubricant.
Oh, very manual nga 'yan sa mga ibang
Manual yan. And then
driver.
that's what I'm saying kanina, na ang nangyayari is clerical. Kasi ginagawa lang yun as a clerical thing. But when it is automated, nanging analytical na ang
Yes.
ang ang perception mo because you will know, oh, tatlo ganitong number of vehicles. Bakit you can analyze every aspect of operation.
Oo. Tsaka
Okay?
i-add ko lang din dun sir kasi kung
Sige.
kung yung dati nga yung traditional clerical paper kasi magkakaibang paper siya, eh. So hindi mo siya maa-aggregate into kumbaga a data or a dashboard. Pero kung online siya, kung digital siya, madali ma-aggregate yung data at magagawa ng dashboard, ng charts or
Yes.
whatever analysis.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Encoded
pwede
siya,
pa
yeah.
in terms of accountability, the system automatically rank saang department ang pinakamaraming nag-request for travel, parang gano'n. And then, yung fuel consumption,
Yes.
parang gano'n. So the system will be able to
Mileage.
monitor that. Rather than marami everyday vehicles come out. So that is a system that able to monitor that. Number 8, okay, sa mga municipality, wala ito sa province at cities.
Oh.
Tricycle franchising management and tracking.
Oh.
They have hundreds of tricycles, no? And then yung kanilang nag-a-apply ng franchise yun, every year and then change ng franchise or whatever. So with that system, alam mo kaagad, you just pick up the name of the operator, alam mo kung ilang tricycle ang under sa kanya, parang gano'n. Sino mga pangalan ng driver niya, saan yung kanilang route. And then the system also has a dashboard that is able to analyze all these things. Ilan ang na-expect natin na mag-renew as of this month and so on. And then another one is the online office o building official or the OBO permit and licensing portal. Ito ba yung magkuha ka Sir Johnny ng building permit, uh,
Matagal din
uh,
'yan.
o electrical permit o kaya whatever permits. Yeah, diyan siya dumadaan sa OBO. And the system is able to track each of these with each of these transaction very well. And then of course the analytic side is also very insightful. So alam mo ilang dito sa ating city, ilan ba dito ang 5-story building sa kumuha ng permit, anong status nila, or you pick up any barangay, anong mga na-approve natin dito na mga building permits and so on. Parang that's the output. And then of course ito na yung last two, online centralized barangay management and operations portal. When I say centralized, it's a centralized information operations and reporting portal of barangays. And the city barangay office can immediately see kung ano yung mangyayari. And then, of course, another one is the SK Federation and Liga ng Barangay Information Portal. Maganda rin itong system na natapos namin kasi ang isang SK, they sort of they operate as a separate entity. They have their own budget, they have their own programs and so on. So, ganun yung niya, yung function, kaya ng system. Allow me to explain the features.
Sige,
Okay?
sir.
The key features of the system is that it's online and web-based, accessible anytime, anywhere, in any device, 24/7. Parang gano'n. So, walang restriction pag gano'n.
Sa mobile, pwede sa
Oo,
cellphone.
mobile, yeah. And then you can access it online, whether in desktop, laptop, tab, or Android mobile phones. So very, very convenient. And then, user-defined report templates and layout. Ito yung mga challenge sa if you want to make a report in the system, you can lay out your own report, you can modify it, you can make your own formatting without need of programming. So we do away with that. The system is able to allow the user to do those changes. And then normally data are from Excel, so the system also allows quick data migration from Excel files to online SQL databases. So we have a client in Surala. They have 1,400 legislative records.
Hmm.
in a day. Meaning they have to type it,
Mm.
1,400 records kung mano-mano nila sa system. But because the system has that feature, I think within 3 hours, lahat ng data nila pumasok ng system and they can immediately query.
So, parang upload lang sir ng Excel files 'no, tapos ano,
Yes,
ah,
there's a special migration program we developed
ah.
kung may Excel siya.
Kung
And
ano
then
sir, kung manual,
ikaw
kung meron bang way para ano, yung mga manual, yung mga as in nakapapel, ma-e-encode at malalagay sa database?
it should either be in Excel or in a CSV
Ah,
format or in
nire-encode
global
muna,
form. Yeah, oo. Kasi 'pag
mm.
hindi mo siya
Mm.
hindi mo ma-utilize yung data. And then of course, each of the system, yung 11 kanina, meron silang mga built-in dashboard for auto analytics. And then of course, we have uh, customizable modules. What we mean here is that, let's say a client would say, in this module, barangay information, we want to report yung mga violation, let's say, sa mga youth lang. Kaya nyo ba ito? Ito yung aming recommended data fields. So, what I'm saying is the system does not come as a canned system that you have to use. You can, uh, they are ready to use, but you can recommend na ganito, pwede ba natin ma-change itong data field na ganyan instead of name of client, pwede ba natin lagyan din ng place of client or whatever. So, pwede. Fast deployment. Systems can be completed in 10, 15, 50 days, only secure and fast activation within seconds. When I say activation, it means sa isang opisina, let's say you have 10 computers, we will not touch that computers na 10, but we give an activation code, and once activated within seconds, the system runs.
Hmm,
And to make sure that the user natin are able to twin with the system, all systems are provided with video tutorial for the end users advisory. Kasi nung una tumatawag sa amin and then you have to explain again. So, ginawa na namin ng built-in na video tutorial para ano na lang nila, was that they will just have to check it and then sunod ang procedure. So, basically that's the those are the modules and then the features that are available also. I
I-clarify ko lang
can
sir 'no, isang ano lang 'to 'no, parang
Sige.
isa siyang tama ba na isa siyang, program, isa siyang platform na maraming modules and then depende sa LGU or depende sa office, sa agency, you can activate to them na need ba nila ng procurement, need ba nila nung
Mm.
sa vehicles, et cetera.
Yes, parang
Mm,
gano'n.
mm.
It's modular, but these are integrated. Ito yung maganda 'no,
Yes.
which we always emphasize. Kasi normally, because of the advent of computerization, ibang vendor ang gumawa sa ganitong office, iba naman doon
Yes,
sa
yes.
ganitong office, iba naman gano'n.
Yes sir.
When when it's like that, it's like chop suey computerization,
Oo,
pinaghalo-halo mo, ba't wala kang maano. So dapat what we advise to them, isang platform lang, isang
mm,
language, isang approach, parang gano'n. So,
oo.
when the user use the infodynamic software, immediately it can be made into a centralized portal sa opisina ni mayor. So,
Yes.
pagdating ni mayor, tingnan niya lang sa itapya ang Office of the Municipal Engineer, makikita niya na, ito yung number na kumuha ng or magtatanong ang mayor, "Ano bang project yung ginawa namin sa barangay
Oo.
ganito?" So, makikita niya kaagad. So, without having to call or let's say, ano bang prevalent disease na ni-report ng Municipal Health Office? Sa
Ah,
isang tapya lang makita niya, maraming COVID na na-report ngayon or dengue, parang, all those
oo.
things.
I actually understand that sir 'no, kasi I did some consulting stints din dati sa
Oo,
government. Di ko na sabihin kung anong government agency, pero ano, ang laking problem kapag yung different departments iba-iba ng platforms or tools or ng software and
yes.
parang mahirap na siya i-fix. So maganda talaga na sa simula pa lang para siyang choice na centralized planning. Parang Metro Manila lang, parang Metro Manila dapat plinano siya ng maayos, hindi yung parang nagkanya-kanyang
Oo,
sprawl bawat lugar, eh. Maganda kung simula pa lang may centralized planning na and I think ang equivalent niya sa government agencies, simula pa lang common or parang yung ano na, yung all-in-one infrastructure which is
ah.
kaya gawin ng infodynamics. And
I'll show you, sir,
sige,
just
sir.
siguro lang, para kasi sandali ito.
In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today. Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more.
Sige, sir. Tsaka, sir, i-add ko lang as a startup, ang ganda if I may ask lang, sir, what year nag-start ang Infodynamics?
We started in 2010.
2010.
And then during the kaya sa amin blessing ang pandemic. Of course, no, marami rin nagka-problema. But sa amin, because we stayed for 1 year, walang magagawa, we shifted to an online platform. Parang ganon. So marami kaming project wherein we did not go to that place. Online demo lang, online install lang, online training lang. And then they are using the system.
So parang ang model niya, sir, no, business model is you vendor kayo, supplier kayo ng mga software projects for government or private sector agencies nga. So they pay you for them to use the platform, tama?
Yes, parang ganon mangyari. I'll show you very quickly, sir.
Sige, sir.
Ito yung sample, because when you see this, it applies to all other platforms that we have. So this is disaster risk reduction management rapid reporting portal.
Lalawigan ng Agusan del Norte. So for Agusan del
Yes.
Norte to, sir.
Yes. So the disaster has 4 phases: disaster mitigation, preparation, response, recovery, and so on. So lahat ito actually merong data. No? Pero I cannot go in details na. Yan.
Sige, sir.
all of this, I'll just go back. So lahat yun sila. But let me just show you yung pinaka-highlight ng system, which is the calamity and hazard reporting. So you click here. So ito na. You select what type of calamity. Is it a natural calamity, human-induced, or infestation? Our team added this because real naman ito. Okay, natural calamities. So you click this one. Ang mangyari is flood, landslide, earthquake, typhoon, eruption, lahat. So kung typhoon, you just click on the typhoon and then make your own report. Ito na yung kanyang diyan siya magta-type ng data na kanyang report. You just fill that up. Ilan ang dead, injured, missing, so on. You just the whole is so it's the same template wherein ang mangyari is if everybody use it, the system automatically profile it. So you just click on a profile, for example, and the profile give you, okay, so flood, we have
analysis,
57
analytics.
cases, percent of total, typhoon, landslide, earthquake, eruption, fire, ilan. And if you want, for example, to say fire, merong fire 5 sa aming LGU, you just click this and the system will show you kung saang mga incident yung fire in the or eruption or whatever. Eruption pala yung na-click ko. So, ganun yung niya. And then, cut-off time report,
Date.
12 noon, 6, may mga standards tayo eh. And then ito, incident name, Typhoon Odette, Kabayan, Agaton, Darina. So yan, ito yung mga na-report niya. And then by LGU, Ahoy, Alimujan, Anila, Badyangan, ito rin yung mga number of reports that were received. And then barangay, and then of course clan and so on. Parang ganon. So a point is the system counts the frequency and gives you the percent of total.
Analytics nga. From clerical to analytical.
So ito na yung sample ng analytical report of natural calamities by type. So impact of Agaton. Sige yan. Click mo lang yan. And the system, in the use of the AI na, siya na lang bali nagpo-format nito. Siya na bali nagtali. So sa earthquake, ito yung mga towns na nagre-report. Ito yung total number affected families, affected person, houses destroyed, so on. Total evacuees and so on. Then eruption naman, fire, flood, and so on. So the staff did not tabulate this. This is automatically
Mm.
tabulated by the
Yes.
system. Alright? Within seconds, makukuha niya. Then, we'll go to ito na lang siguro last part. Dito, you can also identify kung saang may mapping din siyang kasama. So, ang mangyari is the DRRMO can plot in the map kung saan yun. So, like this one. Okay, Yagao. Okay, when you click this one, the system includes that. So, you can add as many picture. And it
Pictures,
tells you
wow.
this kung anong nangyari. Then this one, saan.
Kabatuan.
So, so they can, and what is good is this can be preserved. Sabihin mo sa Typhoon Odette, ito yung mga damages. Sa Typhoon Kwan, iba naman, and so on.
Yes. Wow.
Okay. Very helpful for the agency to how do I close this one? And then, okay, send the letter.
Yeah, pero actually very
Yeah.
sir 'no, actually tsaka ang complete niya. Tsaka actually i-shoutout ko lang kasi may nag-comment sa live chat natin, check nyo sa live stream, may nag-comment, "Clap, clap, clap, ganda ng web app." Actually sir maganda.
I'll show you another one kasi ma-appreciate natin ito na yung mga kuan niya. What's that? The analytics side. Sandali, saan yung stop ko? Yan. So, this is also a built-in, no? Automatic recorded incident. Alam mo, man-made hazard, seasonal hazard, ito yung natural calamities. Kung ilan, 83%. Affected families, evacuees, total damages, and so on. So the system makes those dashboard immediately. No? Natural calamities, 120,000 coverage of affected population. This one is by district in Iloilo. Iloilo has 5 districts. Coverage total by district and so on. And then top hazards, no? Natural calamities and so on. So maraming very useful na mga data like this one. Total incidents recorded, real time ito. And then it's the system that updates. Pagpasok ng report, you refresh this, mag-iiba naman yung mga number. Affected families, persons, houses destroyed, evacuation center. We follow the standard government reporting. So, yan. And then, ito, frequency flood. Yung green is landslide and so on. So, very, very, very insightful. Ito yung sinasabi kong, you just don't do the clerical reporting but analytical na alam mo na kaagad
And
na.
visual sir, visual.
Yeah, visual. Maano nila.
Oo.
Okay. So, parang these are the sample of the systems na
Yes sir, thank you sa sample 'no.
sige,
Actually
sige.
well first of all, I think napapanahon na kailangan na 'to ng Pilipinas, ng government agencies ma-automate at kumbaga mas marami kasing insights na makukuha, mas maraming decisions na tamang magagawa and mas maraming magagawa overall. And i-add ko lang din as a business, as a startup, ang ganda talaga sir nung naging approach niyo, na you as a startup, sabi nga nila 'di ba, you build a product and you scale that product. Kayo, you build a product tapos parang dalawa yung scaling power niya, eh. First, you build the product, procurement, let's say procurement or yung fleet, yung parang management nung sa vehicles. Maraming offices ang puwedeng makagamit niya, hindi lang LGU, puwede ngang public hospital, public bank, et cetera. So, maraming agencies kumbaga. And also, yung pinakita niyo kanina, yung sa disaster, maraming LGUs yung puwedeng makagamit niyan. So,
Yeah.
masa-scale talaga yung ganitong klaseng startup, eh, lalo na sa Pilipinas na outside Metro Manila, ang lakas talaga ng power ng government, especially DOST granted pa kayo. So, somehow may backing kayo na, ito yung ma-avail or magamit ng LGUs. So, I think it's really powerful ano. If I may ask lang Sir Rizaldi siguro
Yeah.
onting stories 'no or backstories or background. So, well nakwento niyo sir kanina na nag-work kayo sa DBM pero paano yung IT or yung tech side nito? Sino nag-develop? Gaano kalaki sir yung team niyo? Paano yung kuwento or paano yung kumbaga nag-iba ba siya along the years mula 2010, nag-iba ba yung mga plano, yung pag-develop, et cetera?
So, bali nung una kasi hindi pa naman uso 'tong mga na modern na platform and then the AI in 2010 wala pa yon. So, we started with a standalone system. A standalone system is a system that runs but you need to install it in the computer. So, one by one, installan mo yun ng program para lang mag-run siya bale. Now, that's majority of the system that we developed. Nung dumating yung ng pandemic, we were sidelined practically for 1 year, and even our team nag-uwian kasi walang magawa nun, restricted na din. So, I just emailed them, and then somehow I designed a platform na ganito na we'll try to do this online. So, to make it short, in 1 year, yun ang na-develop namin na online na platform. And then we also develop a platform that uh, kung sasabihin mo in our lingo, a program that does programming automatically at the time. Parang gano'n. Yeah, so ang nangyari is, uh, modesty aside, we can develop any system that is requested by the client as long as then ma-integrate na rin siya, and then so on. We have a prospective project in Apayao, and I explained to the Vice Governor, gagawin natin ito first time, gagawin natin in the Philippines. I-connect natin ang provinces sa municipalities. They can, kasi malalayo yung mga LGU doon. They can submit online as long as may internet sila, may load sila. And then they can monitor anytime kung ano na ang status ng kanilang ng kanilang ordinance or request and so on. So we are going to, that will be hopefully implemented. So the same din sa procurement. Noong una, yung mga offices nagtatanong sa back, "Kamusta na yung aming request? Is it good? Kamusta na, tapos na?" Or so on. But now, they can use their mobile, just go to the portal, and then they will see, yung request ko on process pa lang, they can immediately see. So they are empowered, and then ano na rin. So, ang transition namin as an IT, ah, parang generally basic, bago pagdating ng pandemic, that's where we shifted into the online. And until today, na gano'n na bale yung system, it just keep expanding. So, ang and then gano'n nga, we applied the parang artificial intelligence na of data analysis, yung pinakita ko kanina, that you don't have to format anything, you just identify your criteria and the system tallies it all. Ang maganda pa pala, which I would like to emphasize, ah, yung data sa ating system, it stays there. Kung manual ito, next year wala na, 'no? Na-transfer na siguro kung saan naman tinago. But diyan, tingnan mo yung let's say 2024 versus 2025 versus 2026, you can make those analytical studies 'pag ganyan. So, it is good kaya yung sinasabi ko sa LGU, you just don't go into computerization, but you also go into changing your data structure from a physical record naging ano na siya virtual, which stays there on the web, and then sure na ma-analyze niyo, and then parang gano'n yun. So ang
Onting
aming team, ah, sige sir, online na lang, we just contact them, and then but we have a team for customization purposes. 'Pag may nare-request, we work on it and then develop. Kasi we expanded our system na hindi lang siya system, but we also provide them a website para
Oo.
dito na sila.
So tama ba sir na ano, so how about ikaw sir, ikaw mismo, what was your background or parang did you study IT talaga?
Actually, hindi kasi ang ang background ko is I am civil engineer by profession.
Civil.
Oo. And then I finished my masteral at UP, yan,
Hmm,
management. And
ah,
then parang doon 'no, it shaped the way I perceive tingin ko ay the way things are decided, dapat mga decision makers. Kaya we design our system from the standpoint of a decision maker, not from a standpoint of a clerk who is typing the data. Because that's why we always remember data-driven decision making. That should be the ano. Kaya if you go to our FB site, it's like say may tanong diyan na past leaders lead by instinct. Today's leaders lead by intelligence. Kasi dito na yung mga tools na ito available na, so you can actually be intelligently provided with the info.
Mm. When
Parang
you
gano'n.
started, sir, yung company, hindi pa ano 'no, hindi pa government, hindi pa e-governance yung ano niyo, yung parang talagang gusto niyong gawin back in 2010. Back in 2010, sir, ano yung parang main ninyo na ano, na ginagawa?
Uh, some 2010, we already have completed a budget management system for local government units.
Yun
And
na rin
then,
talaga.
ang isang naging ano na rin, kilala is the local legislative system. Yung
Ah,
kanilang mga ordinances in ano. And the system that we provided na na-avail na, maniwala ka, in Antique, dalawa sila, I think in 3 years. Consistently, they always won the local legislative award. We have one in, I think in Pampanga and Mangaldan. They also won first in their category. We have another one. I just missed it. Pero they have been using it ano na well, and then
ah.
it is good.
So from 2010 pala, sir, ano talaga ito na yung ano na yung direction ng startup, government agencies. And then after pandemic talaga nag-shift lang kayo to an online
Mhm.
or parang web app para mas powerful yung
Yes.
product kumbaga. Um, ang gusto ko lang tanungin, sir, bago tayo mag-end sa ating podcast ano, kasi you're a startup or you're a company, a private company, ang customers niyo ay government, B2G, government agencies. Paano kayo, sir, nagka-connection or paano niyo binebentahan yung mga decision makers sa LGUs to get your product? I mean,
Mhm.
it's one thing to make them agree, to make them actually avail, and another thing, in the first place, paano niyo, sir, na-network yung from Agusan del Norte, from Pampanga? I know you're from Iloilo, so madali lang siguro yung yung Antique, Iloilo, Capiz, pero all around the Philippines, sir, papaano yun?
We make sure that the product will sell itself because
Hmm,
we lack the people. So yung aming firming dina-drive sa aming team is that let the product be the one that will sell itself, which means I'll give you a quick example. We have a system in Luna, Apayao. Okay,
mm.
that's for the Sangguniang office. And then I went there kasi may mga ano lang, processing of
Payaw, sir,
other
yung sa car, tama ba? Yung sa Cordillera?
kasi
Or
Kalinga, Apayao noon eh, but
Kalinga, yes,
now
oo.
they are now separate, malayo pala yun. And then
Ah,
later on, uh, I dropped by the vice governor's office din doon. And then sinabi, "Uy, nauna pa pala itong LGU sa amin na mag-avail nito." So, I think they make a visit and view kung mga other output and so on. Later on, the vice governor directed us na we would like also to procure this.
hmm.
I have a good example. We have one prospective client na on process na rin. Sabi ng Sangguniang Secretary, "We were moving around. We went to 4 gusto talaga namin makita yung mga system nila, tinitingnan nila." And then they were able to visit one of our system in place in Kabangkalan City.
Mm.
Nakita niya, medyo na-amaze yung IT team din nila. Pumunta talaga sila dito sa Iloilo. They meet us and then
Hmm.
I make demo to them. And then medyo naintindihan nila. Sabi nila, "But our case is quite unique because there are some aspects of work we want to be customized. Kaya niyo ba yun?" So sabi ko, "You send us the data." And then they send us, and then in less than a week, I send them the sample. Ito na yon. Kasi mangyari, it touches 3 departments at a time. So makita nila that it's functional. So the last time I called up si Sir Romel, yung kanilang sabi ni Sir, the the finance committee has already approved it. We're just waiting for the mayor. That's in Takurong. So because yun nga, the system sells itself. We do not have people in this area. So it's basically the same with the rest of the system. Hindi naman
Oo.
kami nagbabadali. We're just making sure na everything is good. But God willing, it's 2026 na yung lahat na pinapakita ko, you are already functional. We're
Oo.
just looking for a partner LGU who would like to to test pilot it and then lahat
Ah.
i-install natin para makita ang talagang automated na system.
Ayun, sa mga LGUs diyan or sa mga nakikinig diyan. Actually, ano sir, national ang audience ng Startup Podcast. Less than 50% nga sa Metro Manila, and then the rest is mga ano. So baka meron diyang audience, Startup Podcast PH listener na gustong i-endorse ito sa inyong LGU. Kasi pero ang ganda rin sir no na ano no, word of mouth, medyo word of mouth siya kasi sabi nga nila, the best marketing is when you have a good product. Kumbaga a good product markets itself kumbaga.
Yeah.
Ayun. Sige sir, last question na
Yeah.
lang. Actually, last two questions. Ano ang future, ano pa yung nakikita ninyo for Infodynamics moving forward? Of course now parang yung andiyan na yung platform, functional na siya, papagamit na siya, pero do you see this na yun nga, lahat ng LGUs, lahat ng agencies, ito yung ginagamit or maybe even outside the Philippines? So ano sir yung parang nakikita niyong future?
Of course, we go back to the basic goal that we had, that this will be a tool of management na makatulong sa ating mga local governments, because this as a tool of management will make them efficient, will make them inclusive, no? Will make them accountable. The accountability line is very, very clear and very quick. Parang ganon. So what we continue to envision is that, yeah, this will be used extensively dito rin sa Philippines. Kaya yung aming ginagawa is that we continue to network. Presently, nung una, I'm with the SIDS TBI. But later on, we are now with the SIPUGAD, Central Filipino Group.
Talaga sir? Shout out
So,
Sipugad, CPU.
SIPUGAD because of their focus also in innovation.
Engineering. Tsaka engineering
So,
sila.
yeah. So through that, we would like to network with all the rest of the other potential clients, with the DIRG, the ICT, and then of course with the local structure. So that's one. The system can easily be converted into other useful, like sabi mo kanina, in other countries. Yes, it can easily be modified kasi can identify naman kung anong step. But that may hopefully come, God willing, in the future. But at the moment, yun. As
Yeah.
usual, the marketing side is always the challenge for us. That's why we're open to partner with other entities na focus na rin sila in promoting this and so on. We are willing to talk with them kung paano tayo
Meet Lala, a freelancer who chose Gig Genius. Unlike many platforms that make freelancers pay just to apply, Gig Genius was built to put skills first, not spending. No pay-to-apply barriers, no bidding fees, just safer opportunities through dual system verification. Ready to experience the difference? Visit giggenius.io and join Gig Genius today.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management. Driven by passion, School Tech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, School Tech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. School Tech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. School Tech, taking school management solutions to the next level.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Ayun.
Okay.
More power sa Infodynamics, and sana nga mas malaki pang LGUs makakita nito. Last question lang sir, what motivates you? I mean, what motivates you sir? Kasi you've been doing Infodynamics for more than 15 years na, no? So what kept you going sa paggawa pa nito?
What keeps me going is that it's from the standpoint of stewardship. Parang ganon. What is it in my hands? What is it that we can do about it? I do not so much think about the financial side. If God wanted it, it will come. But the point is, how do we better promote this to other entities that would need it? Kaya kahapon, I was talking with the DOST Central. sabi ko, you initiated this to us. So hopefully you can, kasi that's the challenge always of the startup like us. Instead of doing a door-to-door marketing to LGUs, can you provide a setup wherein we can call as many, and then we make demo, and then if they like, we want to use it. By the way, siguro isa ng marketing task na rin ito to help some LGUs. We have a plan not just for a one-time purchase but for subscription. And many of our clients are now
Pwede,
under
babel.
that. They just pay a small price annually, and then we install them, we maintain them, we provide them. It's all running. In fact, that's the easiest part kasi within 3 to 5 days, their system will be running immediately if gusto nila. So may mga ganong option that we have.
Oh, yes sir. Tsaka ano kayo SaaS kayo SaaS.
Yeah, we're side of the SaaS na. And makita namin na with that alone, maraming potential. Because we were trying to sell this at cost. The limitation always of the LGU is in the financial side. Wala pa kaming budget, sir. Or we request about it. Hintay ka lang next year.
Yes, true. And parang itatry muna nila for 1 year, and then if talagang need nila, gusto nila, talagang sobrang useful sa kanila, they request budget for it so they can pay again.
Yeah. And then we told them, if you like, we can install it. You tried it for 30 or 60 days. Kung ayaw, we just deactivate it. But if not, you go and then And so far, okay naman yung let me just share the last screen pala kanina.
Sige sir. Tsaka actually, i-end na rin natin nga. So, thank you sir.
Okay.
How can listeners know more about Infodynamics? So, ano bang inyong website, email? So, how can they contact you? Baka may LGU or
I'll try
anyone
to
in an
recall
agency
this,
who wants to know more. Sige sir.
So siguro, no? So contact Infodynamics.
Ayan,
You
flash
can-
sa ating screen ang
You can email
information.
directly. Para I provided na my direct email para ma-actionan. The QR code here is the FB, no? Sa Facebook. We listed there some of our system. Medyo hindi pa masyado naayos, but enough information is already provided. So to this, and these are also our contact number if kailangan. So yun lang. Thank you very much din kay Sir Johnny, and of course to your team na malaking tulong in order to bring this to the awareness of many.
Ayun, sige sir. Sana
Thank
rin
you
makadalaw
very
ako ulit sa Iloilo, sa CPU naman tayo or sa
CPU.
UPV pa rin, sa SEEDS pa rin. Mag part 2 tayo next time sir pag more progress, kumbaga more Ayun, sige sir, thank you very much. And sa mga nakikinig, pwede yung i-message or i-scan yung QR to go to the Facebook page, mag-send ng email or message sa number na to if you're interested sa smart solutions for smart LGUs ng Infodynamics Technologies. Thank you very much, Sir Rizaldi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our 66 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Cloud CFO. Cloud CFO provides expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions. Architect provides ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. DiviCode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain, smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argum AI makes smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by 2 distinct AI models. Pixel by Implement. Turn content into opportunity. Grow deeper connections and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.implement.go. School of Profits. Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, HustlePH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloverly, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body Beauties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. Wonderbrand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. This episode is powered by Pareto Consulting, Josie AI, Uplift Code Comp, Board Prep, Kanzen Barley, East Point Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Hex Colony, Jur.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Sugbudok, Agacon Aquafeeds Juan Alj, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the link in the description.